Well, Professor Yoon actually told me to prepare this presentation in English, so I will speak in English, although my English is not that great. I'm a bit confused just listening to the presenters before me as to why I'm here actually. Because I'm not a social enterprise under the laws of the Ministry of Labor, and we are a very profit-oriented organization. Although you said for-profit doesn't disqualify us as a social entrepreneur, but we do things that relate to a lot of social entrepreneurs' activities, and I just want to basically tell you what we do. I don't have any really theories behind what we do, but we do things that might be interesting to the participants today. We are basically a professional firm. We have CPAs, consultants, M&A specialists, tax specialists. We have about 2,000 so-called professionals. And we have what's called the sustainability consulting team. And that team actually certifies sustainability reports generated by many different companies. I was told that SK Group also generates a sustainability report, although it is not certified by us. But we do certify, I think we do certify probably around 50 different reports generated in Korea. We do Samjong, we do Hyundai. So they come up with sustainability reports describing their social activities, and we verify the veracity of the reports, whether they actually have done those activities or they have some shortfalls in their presentation. So we do have, in that respect, we do create some social value, and that's one of the things we do. We also have certified public accountants. We audit companies' financial statements, and we either qualify the statements or unqualify the statement. We come up with an opinion. So again, SK Holdings prepares a financial statement, and we provide our opinion as to the fairness of the financial statements, whether those numbers presented, accounting numbers presented in the financial statements are correct or not. So we do, in doing that, we do provide or generate some social value. But these are some of the activities that my firm does, which relate to today's conference. But we tell our clients, I'm going to just skip. We tell our clients, our sustainability team tells our clients this: business cannot succeed in a society that fails. You've probably heard this. World Business Council for Sustainable Development stated that future firms that succeed will be those that not only provide products, quality products and services, but those that will contribute in resolving key global challenges such as poverty, climate change, resource scarcity, and overpopulation. So we encourage our clients, which are mostly profit-oriented enterprises, to engage in some of those activities to make society actually succeed. That's what we do. But I think the next page shows that Next page. This page shows the number of firms that joined the DJSI, Dow Jones Sustainability Index, relative to GDP per capita. So this is not the number of corporations that qualify as social enterprises, but this is the number of firms that join this index relative to the country's GDP per capita. As you can see here, UK has the most with 60 companies, and USA has 51. But you look at Korea, we only have 6. And China, India have just 1. So, according to this chart, obviously we have some ways to go. I think Korean firms must actively participate in CSR activities for the purpose of survival, actually. And this requires employees with social entrepreneurship. I think the employees are important because they are key channels of communication with the public. Our employees, professionals, are the ones who visit clients, and they talk to the clients, and they can put some ideas into their decision-making process. So I think it's important to have the employees. We have professionals with much talent, and they should have this social entrepreneurship purpose when they actually work outside the firm. And in my organization, we have what's called 7 values. We lead by example, we work together, but this the second one from the bottom, we say we are committed to our communities. So this is part of our 7 values that my firm tries to follow. And the next page shows, we're not just saying these things. I think we like to see this, kind of social commitment activities evaluated. Who's doing what. We have what's called PPC. It's different, HR. People say HR, Human Resource Department, but we call it PPC because it represents people, performance, and culture. I think the culture is very important. So rather than saying Human Resources Department, we decided to call it People, Performance, and Culture. And we have what's called the dialogue system. This is a performance evaluation system for all of our employees. But in this system, we check to see whether the employees have done a certain amount of pro bono services. I think SK Group just talked about that a little bit. But we also encourage our employees to engage themselves in certain pro bono activities. And I'll show you what we do. But this people strategy, we call people agenda, is very important to our organization. One of the things I did was to promote female partners. In our industry, accounting, consulting industries, we didn't have, until 5 years ago, we didn't have any female partners. We call partners when they become, the highest level of professionals. And I went ahead and promoted Korea's first and second female partners. And I think this was very socially important. And in order for my firm to become somewhat socially responsible, I felt that we needed to promote female partners. But when we were discussing whether to promote a female as a partner, I ran into a lot of resistance from obviously male partners. But I was able to convince them, and these 2 ladies you see there are Korea's number 1 and number 2 female partners in our accounting and consulting industry. And they are performing extremely well. They are much more socially responsible because they are, I think, nothing against, females are very culturally and socially sensitive. So I think having these two female partners made us a bit more socially sensible and responsible. What we do in terms of our own corporate social responsibility activities, CSR activities, we establish what's called Social Welfare Steering Group on the left-hand side. And this group is comprised of one person from each division. We have about 25 divisions, and one person from each division is part of this group. And I'm not asking any certain person to become a member of this group. It's all on a voluntary basis. And this social welfare steering group actually raises money from all individuals. We have 2,100 employees, and they do certain fundraising campaigns to make our members of Samjong KPMG Group to donate on a voluntary basis, on a monthly basis actually, a certain amount of money. Some people make maybe $10, some do more than that, but on a monthly basis we do raise money from individual members of the firm, but at the same time the company, our firm, Samjong KPMG, we match the fund. So if they raise $80,000 this month, we would match another $80,000 into that fund. So then we use that money for four different activities: education, development, environmental, and local community program. And we do work with NGOs and other organizations outside our own organization. So we call that, beautiful partnership. I'll give you some examples of those. We are currently supporting this young man. His name is Lee Myung-jun. He is a wrestler. His father died when he was very young, and his mother is ill, so there's no family member who's really earning any income. So we took him in, and in his high school, he was an outstanding student. His grades were very high, and also he won in 2007. He won the national competition, wrestling competition, and 2 years later he also placed second in 2008 World Junior competition. So he's got tremendous skills. He's a good wrestler. For the next Olympic in London, I think he's going to be a star. But he was very poor financially, so we decided to help him. And I think he's doing. He's now at 대한 체육대학교. Yeah. And also, I just want to point out one of the pro bono services, the one in the middle, advisory program for small and medium-sized firms. We are professionals, so we take in on a yearly basis probably about 20 small to medium firms which need professional help. We advise them on accounting, finance, even IT systems. So some of those are social enterprises, but we do have a team that is dedicated to supporting these small, medium-sized firms. We also get involved in international development. We have donated a certain amount of money to some of these activities, Session1 earthquake, Philippines flood victims, Katrina, flood victims, and so on and so forth. And as far as environmental activities is concerned, we every tree planting day, 식목일, we have all these members of Samjong KPMG go and plant around. I think we do last 식목일. I think we did about 1,000 trees. So this is part of our programs. We do it with Forest for Life NGO. And we also get involved in some of these activities. For example, Korean organ donor programs, dialysis donation programs, blood. With the Red Cross, we do blood donation programs. Terry Fox Run, and I just wanted to show you some what we call the beautiful partnership with other NGOs in Korea. I don't know whether this makes our organization a social enterprise, but I just wanted to introduce some of the activities that we do. Thank you.